And I see you.
Yeah, I said fuck Xbox, fuck all these Xbox, fuck every Xbox dead channel. Won't give a damn. It's PlayStation for life. You don't get it? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's do this, my ponies. Let's go to war. What? Say what? Yeah. I say, I double tip on The Last of Us. Woo. Yeah, I double tip on the director's cut. Woo. Double tip on every damn release. Damn right. Yeah, Jim Ryan is my motherfucking boss. The boss. Yo, and we don't care about no layoffs. Yeah, all the shine are gonna keep it on the low. Shh. We be sucking on every damn toe. Yum. Because Sony PlayStation gets the love. Yeah, so all hell Sony, we be your ponies. You can take my wife, you can take my money. I'm obsessed with the God of War. Yeah, all my ponies ready to go to war. Blue PlayStation high, all over my head. Pentimeter PS5, 120 FPS. Blue team is the set, throw it up. I never had sex, I only care about sales. I said what I said. Woo! Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Yeah. I see you Xbox. I see you playing on Game Pass for free. Nah, man, we don't do that over here. We pay $70 a game. Yeah, you Xbox be broke. You so stupid, so goofy. Fuck you, Demo Flow. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, if you wanna see me more on Demo Flow Gaming channel. Fuck this dude, I'ma pop in the shot every time. Yeah, but I'm here to show my pony love. And you with it? Say what? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Demo Flow Gaming Show, where I share my passion for gaming and keep you informed of everything that's going on with the Xbox ecosystem, Sony PlayStation, Nintendo, Luna, whatever the hell you play. We talk about that shit right here. So hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel for more fire content like this, bro. We got a special show today because we got them boys. We got the Archangel Nexus and Powerbuzz in the house, and also a very special guest, AGN. Yeah. We're not talking about IGN. We're talking about the AGN. How you doing, my brother? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
I'm doing fine, brother. Thank you for inviting me. Glad to have you.
All right, man. Amazing. So happy to have you here, man. How my boys doing, the Archangel? How you doing, man?
Yo, I'm chilling, man. Thanks for having me on the show. It's real cool being here with AG, yo, for real. Like, I'll be watching his show all the time. It's cool to be with Chat and Power Boss, yo, all the time, every week.
Fuck yeah. And look, man, hey, if you hear that you're not following AGN, bro, you stupid right now. Go ahead and follow my boy right here, AGN. He drops content daily.
He drops bars.
Cool. Really, yeah, real bars. He's like Jada Kiss up in this bitch. So we got our boss in the house as well. It's good player. Let's go.
Hey, I'm absolutely having a great time. Always.
Powerbuzz is everywhere. He's the connection, man. El Padrino. Okay. So what's good, guys, man? I see you chat down there. Powerbuzz always, obviously, so early. He don't sleep. He always playing that. What is that game that you always play? MTG Arena? What is that?
Magic the Gathering Arena.
Yeah, man.
It's cards.
That shit, man. Shit. Jay Economic in the house. Good to see you around, homie. So he's saying Xbox first party. We know of that is this year. Call of Duty Towerborn, Tommy Hawk, Pro Skater 3+4, Doom TDG, South of Midnight, The Outer Worlds 2, Quake 3 Remaster 1 and 2 being 2021 and 2023 respectively. Oh my God. Yeah, Xbox is really bringing the heat, bro. I see you, Jacob. I see you. Shout out to my boy, I Am Desire. I need to get you on the show too, bro.
Let's get I am deciding the show. Go ahead, follow him on his
Oh, he's
channel.
on right now.
Yeah, and yo, bring him on. Who gives a shit? Let's do it. Fuck it. I'll send him a link. I know you have my links. You can send it to him.
Yep.
Going up. Shout out to him, amazing content creator as well. Shout out to the whole Xbox community and all the content creators out there. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We shout you out. We ask for everybody to go ahead and support you because it's a big family. And I feel like everybody can eat from these big ass cake that is YouTube and social media in general. I feel like this is like an amazing thing. And the connections and the friendships that we build here over time. This is what we, this is exactly what I really want to build, a big, strong community so we can keep talking and enjoying, video games. So we got the first topic of the day. Let's get going. I see you down there. Shout out to Adidas 20 member for 12 months. Let's get it. 12 months as a member, bro. Shout out to him.
Nice.
I'll see you later today, bro. But shout out to him, bro. He's the one who asked. So everybody thank right now Adidas 20 because he's the one who suggested me to get AGN on the show. He was like, bro, you need to get dude on the channel. He's amazing, an amazing content creator. And there you go. I deliver. I try to, and shout out to AGN too also for accepting my request. I know a lot of people, they don't be giving a shit. They'll be like, no, I can't do it, whatever. But look, shout out to AGN. We're so thankful that you're here and taking time away from, your content creation, your activities, your responsibilities, your free time, whatever. This is like, I had no way to pay you. So it's for free.
Yeah. I know for sure. Yeah, that's why
I'll pay you later. I'll pay you later. But anyways, thank you everybody. We got Adidas 20 with the two we say in Pittsburgh tuning in, bro. So shout out to him for tuning
shout out to Pennsylvania.
Shout out to everybody in Pennsylvania. Shout out to the Midwest, down south, west, east, whatever the hell you're watching, bro. Asia, Australia, all the freaking continents, because you never know who's gonna pass by, man. And thank you for coming. We're so grateful. But without further ado, man, let's get into some freaking gaming stuff that just happened over. I've been away for a couple of weeks because last week was my birthday, so we couldn't really have a show because I was spending some time with the family and everything. But some shit happened, bro. What the hell is this, bro? And I want to start with our guest, right? You start this verse and then we're gonna go the other way around. So what's going on with this, AGN? What are your thoughts on it? I know you have a video on it. You just mentioned it to me. I haven't checked it out, but I will. You guys go ahead and check it out later. But what are your initial bars on this, man?
Steam on Xbox confirmed, right?
Well, I did put the question mark, so.
Okay, yeah, so Steam on Xbox confirmed. I feel like that this is not an accident. I don't see how you could make a thumbnail with the art in it and it'd be an accident. It's basically them giving people the inside intel look at what's going to be coming to the Xbox. Them combining the PC and the Xbox experience to be one. And I think with this too, we'll be able to get PS5 games. Not only that, but Microsoft's going to have it to where it's a unified appearance. You know how you go to the store and you want to tab onto something to kind of bring up something very quickly? Well, that Steam tab, as you see right there, you'll be able to click on that and have all the Steam games be available on the upcoming Xbox update. And that's kind of important because that means now that Microsoft is going to have more games than PlayStation. And not only that, they're going to have their games. Their belt. And full backwards compatibility, because you got to think about it. The Xbox has a full backwards compatible system to play everything backwards compatible better. And with that, you'll be able to play PlayStation 5 games on the higher settings and higher frame rates than when you would on their own system. And I think that's huge. Like, I think this is the best route they can go. And if they do give it their all, this console could end up selling more than the Series console, and they could have that hardware innovation that they needed. So it's not just looking similar to where, like, you look at the Xbox Series right now and the PS5, they're kind of similar. Like, they don't have huge differences between each other. But with this will make the Xbox console have a huge advantage. Not only have a huge advantage, but I think if they go down that route, online gaming will be free. And the only way you're going to be paying is by paying for Game Pass, because other than that, why would you not? So that's what I think. about that's huge. And we've been talking about this for a while. Like it's coming, and there was a lot of people doubting it because it seems like a too good to be true thing that's happening. And people on the PlayStation side were like, that's just copium, kind of like X-Fault. You know what I mean? He's kind of mocking Floyd, mocking other people. And now when that came out, I wonder what he has to say about that because yeah, it's looking like it's going to happen. I just don't see. You guys think about it. If you look at the picture, I just don't think that would be a mistake. Like, how could you accidentally put Steam right there on the Xbox dashboard in a picture they wanted to show, then take it down? It's just not an accident. Yeah. And I think that's great for Xbox players because one thing I do like about the Xbox community is that they're loyal and they stick around no matter how tough it gets, and they stick it out, and that's one of the reasons why I do my content, because it's for the Xbox community. I like defending the Xbox community. They're cool people, and I feel like when it comes to the other side, they're just a little bit too imbalanced. And it's like, man, you got the Xbox community showing you love. Why y'all throwing hate back? They're bringing you games more than what Sony can do.
Yeah,
and just seeing something like this, this is the future and this is the way to go. And I feel like it's just very realistic. I don't think it's fake.
All right, but before we move on, bro, you got a huge fan here, Jacob Novick. Hold on. What? I thought I highlighted it. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. He said, first off, Jacob, like if you're gonna be a fan, at least spell it right.
It's okay.
AVG. He say AVG. Okay, AGN. Hi, I love your content. It's awesome. So shout out to Jacob Novick, bro. Shout out to him. We got gaming at 85.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Thanks.
Yeah. We got gaming at 85 in the house, man. I am decided starting his shit down there. Power Boss is Assassin's Creed Shadow. I don't know what the hell that happened.
Oh, he was saying that a friend of his from his channel that watches him was having disagreements with him because of his dislike over Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Oh my god! But well, like we were having this conversation earlier, right? Without
that's gonna happen.
Too deep
we'll get into it.
People can disagree, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna start punching each other and hating each other. Like I like some shade that you look. I forgot. I love olives. See, Money hates it. We get along just fine. We don't have to fight over it. It just like doesn't make any sense, bro.
Captain Mustard himself.
Yeah, got so much.
Shadows is gonna be a good game though. Like it's just that it's not gonna be the game that they think it's gonna save Ubisoft though. But other than that, you can enjoy it. Play the game.
Yeah. Shout out to Adidas, man. He's down. He's landing here in the MIA. Yo, let's go. Let's get it.
Hey,
man.
yo.
At 3 p.m. 305. Let's get it. Kill Walker in the house. Let's get as well, man. Thank you for coming through, homie. He says Sony making another Concord. Holy shit. Okay.
He might mean fair game. Hopefully they don't release that. Sony do not drop fair game.
No. I think it's that new game that from the new studio they just made.
Yeah.
With Jason Blundell.
With the Call of Duty, and they're also making a Horizon multiplayer.
Horizon, that one so far is still in the works.
Dude, it's like that. the God of War live service. Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah,
holy shit! I got some bars to drop on God of War, but we'll talk about it later. But Jacob Novick in the house saying Sea of Thieves also celebrates their 7th anniversary this month with 2 dynamic backgrounds, sweepstake controllers, and more. Bro, you gotta love to see it. Sea of Thieves is dope. I seen who the fuck? I think it was Shroud. Everybody knows Shroud is one of the best streamers, people who stream video games or whatever. He's like a beast when it comes to like multiplayer games, and he was low in Sea of Thieves. He was like, how in the hell you guys didn't let me know about this game before? I think it was him and one of these big streamers. A lot of people are loving the game. I'm so glad that it's in a good state, and they're definitely putting in the work. Definitely check it out, bro. We got Lycos 45 in the building as well. The chat going crazy with you here at AGM, bro. You're still in the show. So we got Power Boss too. Everybody
Old Alpha.
Hey, we got Eternal D87, Gaming on 85, Jacob Noe. By the way, AVG, he come. Oh my god, let me get my chancla. Let
Oh man.
Holy shit. So he say, ever since I found him to reacted to see Brovian try an Xbox for the first time, one of my regular YouTubers I watch daily. So there you go. I think you were reading that out loud earlier. I just didn't realize it, but now that it makes sense. So let me see who else is here. I am Desire. It was more than a disagreement. He claimed I was against the gay scenes. I was a Christian. I'm just a hater, etc. All because the game is not for me. Okay. So I see you guys down there, bro.
We're just going back and forth.
Yeah. It's a lot of back and forth in the chat. So yeah, your bars on these, Kenjo. So what do you think about the Xbox and Steam collaboration that is probably gonna go down for next generation and possibly even the new handheld or whatever that they're doing?
Yo, it's crazy because like the irony was when they announced, when Phil was on there and he was like, "Oh, it's just 4 games." PlayStation fans was declaring the death of Xbox, and it's kind of weird because like now that it's whole slate for PlayStation games pretty much that ever hit Steam to this day, and basically anything that we could run on emulation, on the back end of Xbox, the irony is just sinking in. You still got a lot of PlayStation gamers saying that, oh, Sony's going to block, the hardware, from certain Xbox gamers or, Xbox PC gamers or whatever from accessing the games. And they're just like the hopium that's out there right now for not sharing games. To me, is just weird. I think the conversation needs to change now. And it needs to be like, hey, these games are crazy expensive, $300 million. Some of them brand-wise are bigger than the boxes themselves. We got Killzone that's out there that really should be in more hands. I think Smash Brothers should be in more hands. They put Horizon out there, Forza Horizon out there because it's a bigger game and it deserves to be in more hands. And really, we got to get used to the idea that more games needs to be played by more people because there's too many games out there that's just really good and they deserve to be played by more people. So it's like this, secondhand selfishness. Look, just accept it. The box itself is going to be able to play everything, and Xbox now can claim that it has the most games. Like A said, like where else are you gonna go now? Like there's no more excuses anymore. Xbox has become undeniable. The service itself is crazy, and then you're getting access to Steam, and that's gonna bring in the secondhand of everything else. Come on, give us flowers already, man.
Yeah, they're trying to unify, gamers. And I was about to like post this on Twitter this morning, but I got caught up getting a haircut, getting ready and shit. But imagine a box in which you can imagine like if boxes like consoles were made by Asus, MSI, etc. And in those boxes, with the console capabilities and accessibilities, right? You get to play everything. Like you get to play Epic Game Store, you get to play Steam. Like that would have made like gaming better, in my opinion, because a lot more people would be connected, and it's just like it'll make it more accessible. Games wouldn't have to die a quick death like Concord, because imagine, like maybe Concord. I'm not saying, but it's an example, maybe a bad one. But imagine if Concord was on Nintendo, for example, and maybe it would have been a hit on Nintendo. That's just an example. I know it's a bad one, but imagine it might have, maybe Nintendo would have like 1,000 more players, right? You know what I'm saying?
With 4 billion players, you never know.
Exactly. And every player counts. So I feel like the whole exclusive shit is just like stupid in my opinion. But yeah, Power Boss, what's up? What do you think about this, man?
Dude, when I saw this as it broke, I almost flipped it. I mean, if this is true, and take it with a grain of salt because it's still pre-designs, they pulled it, whatever you have you. I mean, it's just like the PS fanboys running around with, oh, Starfield's finally coming to PlayStation because of the Bethesda logo showing up on the Bethesda Works creation kits official site, but it was taken down just as quick. So, whatever. It is what it is, okay? But if this is true, the same thing that PlayStation fanboys were touting this whole time, PlayStation's doing it first, whole slate on Xbox.
Yep.
Because let's look at it this way, okay? How many games are on PlayStation that are either now or coming to PC that have been announced. Like everything but 2 games. 2. You got Bloodborne and you got Astrobot. That's it.
Mhm.
That's
Because
it?
everything else is on PC.
Yep.
Oh, and Demon Souls. Excuse me. But I'll be fair.
Yeah, of course.
And we're gonna emulate those eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, Bloodborne's already emulated.
There you go.
But then, if it's on Steam and this next Xbox UI has the ability to say, okay, if I purchased it on Steam, I can now play it on my Xbox, or
Vice versa. Vice versa.
I love that idea.
and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Then playing God of War, Spider-Man 2, all the PlayStation games directly on your Xbox console is going to be huge. Because while PlayStation might not sell a lot of copies, Steam is going to see a huge jump in numbers.
Yeah, and this is gonna be beneficial also to PlayStation, right? Because they're gonna be able to make more money out of these games. And there's really nothing negative about all this, like either from PlayStation or Xbox. This is like Sony PlayStation fanboys are trying to make it seem like Xbox putting games on PlayStation, it devalues the console. But in my opinion, it's like, bro, like. It really not, because I'm always, gonna like what I like, and you're gonna like what you like, and for nobody's buying a console for exclusives, and everybody knows that, because the month after month, week after week, was the top 10 games played.
Damn near the same on both lists.
That's
The
right.
same one. The
Yeah,
same one.
pretty much.
Now, I will say, as far as the handheld goes, there's a few concerns. Price per power compared to what else is out on the market, and the capability to naturally run.
Okay, Pablos, let me stop you right here. That's a topic.
Okay.
That's a topic. We're gonna speak about. We're gonna have a wish list for the Xbox handheld and the features that we want.
No, I was just going over because
Yeah, that's fine. I can understand that.
Yeah, I know, but that's gonna be one of our topics today.
but yeah, this Steam
go
on your Xbox is a huge game changer, no matter how you look at it. Because if PlayStation, the only way that they can stop this is to pull their games off of Steam, they will not be able to do it. Because even if they migrate to their own launcher, the games are still on Steam. And if they pull them off Steam, they are going to have their 66th class action lawsuit against them.
They're
this
gonna
generation.
starve. First off, they're gonna starve, because who in the hell has a PC and wants a PlayStation launcher? I mean, people didn't even want to make a PlayStation account.
Yeah.
And and PlayStation
Absolutely.
did what I call here one of the most pro-consumer moves they could have possibly made, and that was to remove that shit from single-player games.
Yep.
And look, I
Yeah.
had to give them the flowers, and I applaud them. And if they did this and they continue this way and they continue to stop being assholes, right? And they stop being assholes, then PlayStation has the potential to be even greater than it already is. Because I mean, let's keep it real. I seen a lot of like crazy ass Xbox fanboys, right? Like like us, and then they say the PlayStation is gonna die. Like, come on, chill out.
No.
PlayStation is gonna be fine.
Absolutely.
Even if they just end up making
Everybody's
movies,
evolving.
they're gonna be fine. It's just that now people are understanding, and they're seeing like what the hell Xbox is planning and trying to do, and they can see that, wow, now we're gonna be able to like play Steam games on our Xbox, or the whole Xbox everywhere. I want to say something real, play everywhere thing, bro. That's amazing. That's why that I keep that in mind now more than I used to before, because I play on console, I play on PC, and I also play on the cloud occasionally, right? So this is why I bought Assassin's Creed on PS Plus, not PS Plus, on Ubisoft Plus, because they literally has Xbox Play Everywhere as exclusive on Ubisoft Plus, because once you get it there, you can play it on the Xbox, you can play it on your PC, and you can play it on the cloud. So that's why I went ahead and got it there. I was gonna buy the game if it was Xbox Play Everywhere. Straight up, I was gonna buy it, but Xbox fucked up, and we gotta call them out, because I mean, and I don't know whose fault it is, to be fair, because it might have been just Ubisoft saying like, nah, this is not going to be Xbox everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Xbox, this is what they want. They want you to buy one game in one platform and have access to like that game, everywhere. It's like buying a pair of shoes. Like I go to Foot Locker right now and I get me a pair of Jordans, and these Jordans are exclusive for the fucking kitchen, and I can now wear them outside. Like as soon as I step outside, they disappear. This is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I already bought the product, so why in the hell do I have to buy it twice, 3 times, double dip, triple dip? Like this is fucking ridiculous. So
the only reason that makes sense is if it's cross-play as well.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. What Microsoft's doing is definitely a pro-consumer move. Big time. Like it's literally the future, and that just gives you the idea of them taking play anywhere to the next level if they unify the Steam and the Xbox and make it one operating system. Because no matter what you buy now, when it comes library wise, you're going to be able to play that everywhere. And yeah, no platform's going to die. And the only reason they say that is because there was the model going on with the Xbox is dead aspect. So they're just kind of trying to
from the FTC leaks,
chunk that back at them, but that's not necessarily the case. And you want the competition to be healthy. You know what I mean? We don't want that to happen. You want Microsoft to get better and to get more in Sony's face. Like that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing because that makes them do better.
But not to the point that they are the sole, you know what I mean, the most powerful gaming thing. Because you know what happens? They stop competing, they stop caring, and all of that. We need competition for this to be healthy.
Yeah, what Sony's doing right now.
Yeah, we need the back and forth. Yeah,
remasters, cancels, like being sloppy because they feel like they won in the hardware sense. But the problem with that is that the future is not relied off of hardware. It's relied off of digital cloud streaming and being pro-consumer and having and having a strong publishing forefront, because in the future, like you were saying before, it is going to be like that, where you got one TV device and you turn it on and there's one controller that plays all the services. So it's going to be, how is your in-house? How is your game library? What are you going to be able to provide me as a service?
Yeah.
And Microsoft is ahead.
Yeah. Of course, because they have the infrastructure for all of that. They got all the servers, they got a server, they got the technology, they got the manpower, and first and foremost, they got the bread. They got the dough to afford all of this.
Yeah, you can't get rid of them.
You can. It's impossible. So
no, they would have to leave. That's what I try to tell people. Sony can't get rid of Microsoft. Microsoft would have to leave. And if you look at the bigger picture, like as a whole company, Microsoft's not looking at them as a competitor because they don't have the value that Microsoft has. They're looking more at like Google, Amazon, and cloud, like on a grand picture. But in the video game section, now it's not Xbox anymore; it's Microsoft Gaming.
Yeah.
So that means that how is Microsoft Gaming going to be rich? So that means putting your games all over here, expanding out everyone, and making more money than Sony. And in the future, with Satya Nadella leading, he's going to have it to where Microsoft Gaming is going to be making more money than Sony and be a bigger publisher. He's looking at strictly business. All these new people today, even in the Shino guy that got up in PlayStation, everybody else, they're looking at how can we make the most money now. It's not about staying on a console anymore. Because whether Xbox games come to, or whether Xbox gets PlayStation 5 games or not, guess what? Sony's console is still going to sell. You know why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No point.
I know. Brand loyalty, human tribalism. They're just they like to support what they support. They had the PS3 library, the PS4 library carryover trophies, and the platinums and all the games on there. So they're going to stick with that carryover. So at the end of the day, who cares? Sony shouldn't care that Microsoft gets PS5 games, and they can't back out. Let's try backtrack a little bit. They can't back out and pull from Steam because you couldn't even get the PSN login to work. So you can't go anywhere. You can't leave the Steam market because you already said that single player games are too expensive. It's so easy to make a PC port and make profit. So why would I lose money because Microsoft slipped in and grabbed some of my games? Let them. Because I can't hurt myself if they did that. That's a slick trick. You know what I mean? Right. That's a wise move by Microsoft. So business-wise, man, you're just going to have to keep playing and try to find a way to maybe see if you could – because Sony will probably look for something, you know what I mean? But right now, they can't do anything about that.
Yeah, right. I agree. The one thing that Sony can do is go the same way that Xbox is going. Get your money and stop being hard-headed, because this is only going to be bad for you, bro. Because
it's
you're
free
being
money.
left out. They're being left out. It's free money. Being left out. Don't be stupid. Don't be silly. But yeah, shout out to I'm Desire with the 10, man. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I took so long, but I had to let my homie over here drop his bars. Get the kids in the house, AGN. He said just want to blow some people's minds today. Shadow, final boss, music go ching chong ching chong ching chong ching chong ching chong. I don't know how to say it. I don't know.
Ching chong.
Okay, over and over, and it's an okay game, but a lot of marketing and gameplay issues I have seen when playing it. Well, I've been liking the game, and like I was saying with AGM behind the scenes, we were talking about like at the end of the day, it's a video game. So if we want to watch something accurate with history, watch a movie or something, at the end of the day, Assassin's Creed been doing this shit for a long time. They've been fucking our history for a long time. But it is what it is, man. It's not a big deal, man. It's just like, if you I have to say, like, this is like, the game is good. A lot of people are liking it, and that's it, bro. That's good. Some people that just like, take this shit too much at heart. That's one of the things. But yeah. Moving on to the next topic, right? Because I think we covered the Xbox team. We're gonna continue to be talking about these, whatever. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadow looks better on the PlayStation 5 Pro, but at 30 FPS. So Sony PlayStation fanboys, here's the thing: they've been capping and they've been saying that the best version is the Sony PlayStation 5 Pro, but they've been like gaslighting the ray tracing version that runs just at 30 FPS. So. What in the fuck are we doing here, guys? Can anybody here tell me how is this like a win? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I can get on that. The reason why they want to do that is because they just want to do whatever they can to make the PS5 Pro look positive for its use. But at the end of the day, like you're saying, you're still getting a 30 FPS experience. And at the end of the day, it still looks good on all. Obviously, yeah, Sony had got in touch with Ubisoft to make sure that happened. And let me explain why, because Ubisoft, they need money right now more than ever. Everybody knows this. Like, they're just in a bad situation. So they saw the pre-orders of Assassin's Creed Shadows. They saw that it only sold 1 million in 24 hours. It's not going to be enough to help Ubisoft out. So there's no way they went out of their way to put all the extra resources into that pro patch and not get paid by Sony. And just to promote it. In general, it needs to be promoted. So who did that? Digital Foundry had their own separate promotion to promote the PS5 Pro version, and they want to over glorify that. Where I was like, bro, I can get on my PC and do the same thing you're doing at 60 to 75 frames or 80 frames per second. And nobody's going to run around bragging about it. Nobody's going to run around bragging about it or say anything about it. And at the end of the day, yeah, it's a beautiful looking game. Ubisoft engines are really good. They do a really good job with that. But I don't think that them trying to brag about the Pro like is anything to brag about, because you're still playing at 30 frames per second, and most people are not going to look at that. They just want to play the game.
Exactly.
Now, I will say this. I was talking with Turt about Assassin's Creed Shadows. He says even on performance mode, where it's supposed to be lock 60, okay, it is not lock 60. It dips a lot and runs mostly at 55, even on the Pro. In performance mode, mind you, where it's supposed to be, but every cutscene and even in the hideout, it's locked 30 on performance mode.
That makes sense. You want to know why? Because the PlayStation 5 Pro is CPU limited. That's what people have said. With these new games today,
it's even like that on PC.
Yeah,
that's what he was saying. He was concerned about.
Really? Because I've seen people.
The hideout
and cutscenes.
Oh well, the cutscenes are 30 FPS.
Oh, okay, that's his console design. Yeah,
I think so. But he said he's worried about it. He thinks it's a bug, that something is not right when it goes into the hideout. He can see the cutscenes on why, because most games do it at 30 FPS for cutscenes.
That's
perfectly fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. But he said he's worried about why it's doing it in the hideout. He says he wants to get somebody on PC who owns it to take a look into it, because he wants to look at the background performance.
Yeah, that's weird, because I mean, I have the tracking bars to see like how the stats run on my PC when I run my game too. So no matter what, that's kind of weird.
So I can't tell.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't own the game.
Cutscenes 30 FPS in every freaking game for the most part, right? That's what they do.
Yeah.
And in the world I was just telling AGN, I have a 3080 10 gigabyte, and I was i7 Intel Core, whatever. And bro, I was getting 70 FPS with ray tracing, everything on high, like graphics that it was mind blowing. My girlfriend right here, she was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" It's like Assassin's Creed is like, it looks insane. It's beautiful. I was like, bro, come on, bro. You can't be say like you can say whatever the hell you want about the game, but the game is beautiful. It is.
Yes,
It is.
yes.
It is the truth. It is beautiful. So well done by Ubisoft. I'm happy, bro, and I hope. Look, I'm a huge Ubisoft fan. I grew up playing Splinter Cell, Rayman, all the titles, all the Assassin's Creed we mentioned, the Ezio Auditore trilogy, one, all of them. Not only that, all the freaking, you know, the Division 1 and 2, I'm on it. You know, all the Far Cry's, Far Cry Primal. I just got it.
Heroes of Might and Magic.
Yeah, bro.
Yo,
they have so many IP that they're so dear to us gamers that we grew up with them. I wouldn't want to see them going anywhere. And look, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Microsoft buy them," and I'm like, "Bro, hold up." Like, Microsoft just can have everything, bro. Bro, Microsoft say we're not here to cap about these companies are not your friends, bro.
No,
they're not your friends. So we don't want Microsoft to like have a monopoly over gaming because that's not cool, bro. You know, the same way that we don't want it on PlayStation. Now, the good thing about Microsoft is that they share. They don't care about other people playing. They want accessibility. So that's a good thing about it. But that doesn't mean that it's not gonna bring all the problems. We want, you know what I mean, Ubisoft to continue. We want all these companies to continue and all these the developers to continue to keep their jobs, bro. At the end of the day, you know, who in the fuck is gonna buy Ubisoft? Think about it. They have like what? How many employees? Like 20,000 or some shit like that.
They have a lot.
It's like 10 times what ABK was.
No, if that happened, then that would be a 50% layoff. It'd be insane.
Yeah,
but Ubisoft's not going to sell their company. What's going to happen is they're trying to fight against Tencent. And they're just going to sell some IPs that they're just sitting on that they're not using. So I think, if anything, hey man, give Microsoft Splinter Cell or something. And
I would say, I would say Microsoft would be great.
I don't think they can sell Splinter Cell.
No, I know, because Tom Clancy's just tied into all the other Tom Clancy games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's why I was like, you know what, that's going to be interesting. So what the hell can Microsoft buy from Ubisoft? I mean, they have a lot of IP.
I got a great idea. I would say the Division. Get the fucking Division to Microsoft, because you know Microsoft and Xbox, they do live service games well, and that's the thing that they do. You know, and I would love for them to do it. You know,
I think it's going to be a bidding war.
Power behind that franchise, because I love the Division. It's one of my favorite games.
Division 1, bro. Come on, man.
I got 1 and 2.
I played the Division 1 so much. I got 100. I got a platinum on it. I did everything. Like, my problem with the Division 2, and you guys know this if you played it, is that they hoodwinked us on purpose again. And what I mean by this is that when you got to the end game, the mods level 17 is better than some in game stuff. Like, they did that crap again. It's like, why are we doing this? We already fixed that on Division 1. Why you did that to make it seem like you need something to fix for a long time? And it's like, the direction of Division 2 was nowhere near as good as Division 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Facts, man.
I like Division 1 much better.
I will say Division 2 only did the Dark Zone better.
Okay, that. Oh, God, don't get me started with Division 1 when the game first came out. Losing 2 levels off of one death, and it took you all day to get there. I was so mad. I was like, man, what the hell is wrong with y'all, man?
Oh, I agree.
But when they fixed it and then added to where you could steal other people's package and all that, it was good. Like, put a lot of time into Division, for sure.
Cool, bro. All right, Archangel, drop your bars on these, and then Power Boss. Let's get it. What do you think about the copying of the Assassin's Creed Shadow that makes it all worth it to get a PlayStation? You should get a PlayStation 5 Pro and pay $700, and plus, you know, you have to buy the stand, you have to buy the CD room and everything, just to play Assassin's Creed with ray tracing at 30 FPS, bro. Are you down for that, Archangel? Come on, do you want to do that?
Yo, look, we went like, look, no, we went from talking about some of the biggest games in the industry being the reason why we buying a PlayStation, right? To fall back so far down to now it being about how many frames Assassin's Creed runs. PlayStation fans, I think if that's your argument, you fell hard, because it should not be about how many frames Assassin's Creed runs at. It don't matter. Assassin's Creed is going to be on every platform. It's going to be on more platforms in the future than we've ever even imagined. That should not be the argument to buy a PlayStation. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool. What about you, Power Boss?
I mean, I'm with you, AGN. If they're going to bring Assassin's Creed out at 30 FPS, I'd rather play it unlocked on my PC.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's no shot that I am going to struggle with the choppiness. I mean, if it was locked 60 in performance mode, I would consider it. But for it to not be locked, even on performance mode, I mean, at that point, I'm just playing quality mode, lock 30, 40 FPS, and I'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. But at the end of the day, bro, all this ray tracing shit is overrated, at least in console. Because I mean, playing with ray tracing is dope. But if you're playing at 30 FPS and you have the option to play at 60 FPS, like come on, well, Starfield
Yeah.
and you know got hit really hard because it was just 30 FPS, and people say
Yep.
no, it's unplayable. But now this is playable, even though it looked pretty and shit, but it's unplayable. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And Starfield looks miles beyond Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm sorry.
But anyways, we got Jay Body in the house. He said, shout out to the PlayStation Nation for helping him hit this milestone. We love to see it. So yeah, you know, Assassin's Creed, a PlayStation exclusive, right? The whole PlayStation, they just did this. It's the only people who bought the game. There's no UB Plus. There, Ubisoft Plus has some users too that you know, like me, like I did, and then you know, I played the game through Ubisoft Plus. The game is also on PC, and the game is also on Xbox, and it's also on the Steam Decks, the Rogue Allies, and all
the
that.
thing I'm going to say about Jay Barry in this statement is, thankfully, he didn't say something stupid or more stupid, like, PlayStation is the one supporting this because they're the ones who are the million sales.
When you're a clown, nobody takes you seriously.
This is what we're talking about, bro. Because there's no freaking way that you just like, come on, bro. Thank all the players. Keep it real because everybody's on it. Everybody's talking about this.
Absolutely.
Game. Everybody, like we already moved on from Assassin's Creed. We already talked about it. What we said, what we're gonna say, and people are still bringing it out. If you go down here in the chat, that's what everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
If you go down there in the shot.
The only thing I'll say about the gameplay itself that I've been worried about is when it comes to like the story, the lore, the accuracy. I mean, I have no doubt it's going to be a good Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
But what I'm worried about is the fact that this is the first time, not that you can play as a black man in Japan, or that, you know, they did the stereotypes with the black man or anything like that. It's the fact that they took, for the first time, the playable character is the historical figure. Whereas, like, back in 3, they had George Washington, and then in the DLC, they turned all the history upside down, made him a tyrant and all that. And then in this one, they're changing and rewriting history of the main character.
Yeah.
And they're taking liberties that they shouldn't be taking.
Yeah, but talking about that tweet that I just dropped in there, I'm gonna highlight something real quick here because this is something that went down, and let me see, what is this right here? And I did tweet it out, and I said, Sony PlayStation fanboys will take and cope with the fact that Monster Hunter made more money on Steam than on his precious PS5 and throws a fit. So here, Matt Piscatella, who dropped numbers all the time for Sony PlayStation, Xbox, the whole gaming industry, he always talking about the sales and all that. He drops and he says Monster Hunter Wilds was the best-selling game of February across each of the PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam ecosystems, with Steam accounting for more than half of the title's total sales. Here we got Subitek trying to discredit what Matt Picadella was saying, and he says sold more on PlayStation 5 and never believing this clown. So who are we gonna believe?
I mean, I'm gonna believe the numbers that say in the first 3 days it sold 8 million copies. 4 million was split between Steam and PlayStation 5, and the Steam was a greater number than the PlayStation 5, and the other 4 million were on Xbox.
Yeah, I covered this already. I blasted him for a while because it's like you got this good, honest guy right here who gets up, you know, every month and takes out a lot of his time. He used to work also for Activision and EA as well. He's been doing this his whole life, analytics. And he gets his official stats from
Circana,
which gets the official numbers from all the corporations. and he's just posting a number. That's why he left Twitter to go on Blue Sky, because he doesn't want to deal with people like that. And he's that's what he's all about, just posting numbers and being done. This guy Zubitech lives in such delusion that he can't stand and face reality like a man, because it says more about him as a man and a human being more than about anything. It's not even about PlayStation or Xbox at this point. It's just that this guy, if he wants to represent something and it's not positive about what he wants to represent, he goes and attacks it, even if it's a fact or a truth. Like, it's pretty sad, because it's like, why are you doing this openly? You know
Zubitech had me blocked for a while.
Yeah, he blocked me. I'd never said a word to him. Ever since I started covering PlayStation, Xbox content, I went to his channel recently and he blocked me. You see, because this type of guy cannot deal with anything critical.
None of them can.
They have to live in this fantasy bubble of, like I said, where you have to say something positive in their mind of what they deem as positive, which I don't deem as positive about PlayStation, because they need to be professionally criticized. You see what I'm saying? The word is not being immature, not death threats, not all this childish stuff these people be doing, but more like, if you care about something and you want it to do better, like if you saw somebody, you know, playing a sports game, you were a basketball coach, and he's just acting up and throwing away the game, you're gonna get on him and rattle him up a little bit, so like shaking up, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because you care. You're not gonna just sit there and just be like, oh man, you're doing all fine, you know, keep going. It's like,
it's great. It's great.
No, you're not. You're not. You know what I mean? So you got to go criticize and get a little bit rough on them.
Yeah.
And that's what Sony needs more than ever now, because if you have a huge advantage over your competitor and you're selling hardware more than them, and you're just dogging your own people that's supporting you, throwing them just remasters, throwing the whole generation, and it's like, yeah, Sony, everything's all right. Let me just keep throwing you money. How is that helping out? No. And that's what that's the mindset of somebody like Zubitech. You know, that's the mindset of some of these PlayStation fanboys today. It's like, you got to be in this positive, blind toxicity, and it only needs to be positive, and there is no negative. Like, they removed the negativity off the YouTube button, but life is both. If you want to grow, you got to criticize. And the Xbox community, man, they dealt with that for 9 straight years. The Xbox leaders have dealt with that for 9 straight years. I feel like that on this side, people are a lot more mature about that, because they're used to dealing with that. And then when the PlayStation users get their turn, they're crying the first week.
Oh, yeah.
They're dealing with it for years.
They can take it. They can give it, but they can take it.
Yeah, man. It's bad, bro. It's like, man, y'all need to grow up, man. That's
but Sony's the market leader.
But the funny thing is, Nintendo was the market leader for 6 years before they got in their little twilight year, and they're about to be the market leader again. And it's better when they're leading. And PC is leading in a different way. And now Microsoft is kind of trying to be a leader in the publishing realm, and to try to be like more pro-consumer and showing people how to just like share a little bit more with the American identity. Like, I think that type of stuff is important. So like, if you look at even all 3 of them, and you only lived into that, you're still eating so good because there's so much content. Yeah, it don't matter where you are. You know what I mean? Because we're looking at a gaming spirit, bro. I want everyone to enjoy whatever's best for them. You know what I mean? So if people in the Xbox community have a good time and they're smiling and they're having the time of their life, why would you want to go beat that down? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's ridiculous. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. You should want, as a gamer, everybody to enjoy gaming. Like, back in the days, since we all grew up in the 90s, when you had a good game, you wanted to go to your friend's house and share with them. You wanted him to experience that game, even if it was on a different system.
Exactly. You take your share with you. You take
you know what I mean? That's what a gamer is like, you know, and not this stuff you
and
see
everybody
today
has
was
a different system.
Yeah, seriously.
Do you imagine back in the day, like you were like, you had an Xbox and you were playing Halo, and your homie, you know, was a PlayStation fan, will come over to your crib and was like, bro, can I play? Like, bro, hold up. This is an Xbox exclusive. You can touch this. Like, what the? Like, this is like how they act, bro.
Or don't scratch my CD too.
Yeah. Bro, I remember carrying I remember trading once my Sega. I gave it to one of my friends because he wanted to play, I think it was an Alien game that I had, and he wanted to play that shit so bad, and all he had, pobrecito, all he had was this, remember this handhelds from back in the day that only broke one game? And they only played one game, and one game only. You didn't have no cartridges or nothing. That's it. That was it. It had the what is the Notre Dame, the Disney movie? What is it?
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's the game he had. It sucked, and we traded, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I played that bullshit for days. and he got to enjoy my system because it's like, bro, it's all fucking love, bro. It's not. It doesn't have to be this way. Come on, bro. But yeah, shout out to Chat. I see you down there, man.
Seeing a lot of familiar names.
Hello, yeah, shout out to Diego Novick. He make this great point. He say, I haven't said it before, ponies. Y'all hate PlayStation. Me, if we want a PlayStation to die, we will want the Xbox brands to fail, because if PlayStation or Xbox dies, the other brand gets worse. And
yeah, that's true,
bro. That's 100%. That's what competition, that's what it makes sense, bro. Yeah.
This is the problem, I think, with the PlayStation community, that you don't really get off Nintendo and Xbox people, because the audiences don't want to take each other out. They just want to play each other's games. It's not really like about, there should be no more PlayStation from the Xbox guys. But like from PlayStation fans, it seems to be they just don't want Xbox to exist.
Yeah, because they scare.
That's an insecurity.
They scare.
Yeah.
They scared of Xbox becoming the dominant brand. And it's happening. Sooner or later, people are going to realize it's going to be them. In Xbox, you get a better deal. Look, and I've seen comments like this on Twitter, like, oh, Xbox gives you a better deal, but people still don't care. It's going to get to a point that people are going to fucking care. They don't care now, but they will care now. Fucking X are $10 for freaking 6X, bro. $10, dude.
It's pretty bad.
So $70 that you spend on the game, you could fill your tank up. You can take your girl out to eat, at least to McDonald's, because that's it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my fake. I missed this comment. And he said, "What's up, fellas? AGN in the house. Dope panel. Dímelo Demo. Steam on Xbox. Checkmate. CD Keys. PlayStation games. Let's go." So
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, come back.
Dímelo Press G Ryan. Demo DJ Snake Flow. What's up, bro? Bold Alpha Wolf say, if anything, PlayStation could pull their RP off of Steam, but that would throw their publishing contract with Steam in the gutter, in addition to being sued for anti-consumer practices, which they already are, because they're getting a huge lawsuit about, like, overcharging people on the PlayStation.
I saw that.
Yep.
All of Europe. Like I said, they've got 65 class action lawsuits currently on the PlayStation brand. Xbox has 2.
People don't understand, like when me and Demo Flow and Power Boss in past episodes says that PlayStation can't really afford not to do multi-platform. They don't really understand the whole lawsuits thing. That's financially draining as well. There's way too many lawsuits on the PlayStation's on the books with. And
I honestly think that's why PlayStation isn't as big as it is, or bigger than it is.
Yeah. I think so. I think that's one of the reasons why the games aren't as big as you would expect. And shout out to I Am Desire. He say Xbox is just a Steam Deck for your house. Hey, I agree with that. That's a pretty good, a pretty good way to look at it. So yeah, shout out to him, bro. Shout out to Chad, bro. I see you. Oh, I can't pronounce your name, bro. I'm sorry, Viking. I'm gonna
call him y'all.
Sony's gonna be putting their game on Xbox eventually, regardless of Steam integration. It's just a matter of time. I don't know about that, because if you know anything about Japan or Japanese people, these people would rather jump off a cliff than give up to the ego and pride.
No, and that's you're something.
Right. Bro, look, let's go back to World War II. World War II. Remember World War II? Well, we weren't there, but we seen the document. These people would rather jump off cliffs rather than being captured. And look, and the Americans were capturing them, and they weren't doing nothing bad to them. And I'm talking about civilians, not soldiers. And they would rather jump off cliffs. Like, you see the cliffs are out there. They bro, shout out to the Japan and Japanese people. They super, super proud. And that's one thing that I respect about it. And bro, hats off to them. I wouldn't, they crazy when it comes to that shit.
No, Demo, you're right though. That's why I said that when it came to the AC Shadow situation, that's the worst company you could have did that to, because they're very prideful. They're gonna pick at everything. Yeah. Exactly. And there's gonna be some people in the West like Demo. I'm sorry, it's like, man, y'all look at it like a video game. Damn, y'all are insane with that. Like,
yeah.
And that's just the difference of life. It's not a right or wrong. It's more like this is the differences of life. And we got to respect the differences of people's life and choices and the way they take things. And the Japanese are very extreme. They are.
Yeah.
But I love that about them, though, because when you see their work and their anime, like the love and intensity in their culture. Like I love their culture. But obviously there are some things where I'm like, I wouldn't stab myself if I made a mistake on a test or something because I dishonor my family or whatever. Like that's why I'm like, okay, that's kind of like y'all's own darkness. Y'all got to deal with it in a different way. But for the most part, yeah, man, I love the culture. Like,
yeah, I love Japanese. That's my dream place to go. I love Japan
hey,
stuff.
bro,
You know what I have for my birthday? We're going. You know what I have for my birthday? Ramen and sushi. Bro, fuck this. I love Japan. You know, it's funny. I should be the biggest Sony bully ever, but I am not. Because you know what? One thing, I love this fucking country. My car, American. My woman, American. I fuck with Racer in Xbox. Let's go.
No, that's the thing, bro. America's great. I tell people, man, you come to the American country, the leaders, they let all races in here, man. Like, you know what I mean? They don't block off anyone, bro. It's literally the best place you can live, and you can make whatever choice you want. Like, you can't be living here hating, man. Like, go somewhere else then.
Hell no.
Now you staying here. You complaining, but you staying here. You know what I mean? Like those people who complain, like, shut up, man. You're go try to go somewhere else. Not gonna work, bro. Good luck.
But it's always good to acknowledge and take into account all the cultures and highlight the good things that they offer. Like Japanese people are super dedicated, they're super creative, they're super disciplined. Like that's some of the things that I treasure. And then I was like, you know what I mean? Those are the traits that I look up to, and that my role models like that. Like you know what I'm saying? And whatever, bro. It's getting deep. It's getting deep. Young Dreads the artist in the house. Joe, a real gaming podcast.
Man. You're good, bro.
Let's go.
A real gaming podcast? Yeah, for sure.
Apple is the only one who can compete with Xbox money-wise, and that's why people maybe should be worried if they should. Look, I want Apple to do nothing and absolutely nothing with gaming. Like,
I'm going to agree with you on that.
Bro, hell nah. I don't want them here. Stick to your phones.
Bro, you know what's so funny about what you're saying too, Demo, is that one thing I love about gaming is that it has a soul and you can't just buy it and get your way in the first place. Because if that was the case, Google Stadia would have been successful, Amazon would have been successful, and Apple would have been successful. But there's something about gaming to where it's like, even if you have that much money, try to come in. It's still going to only be Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo left in that console race. The only app that could possibly do it is because there's so much gaming is Steam. Other than that, it's going to be hard. You can't just come in gaming and say, here's money and I have this and I'm first place. Nope, doesn't work like that. And I love that because there's something real and soulful in there that you have to have. You have to have a strong community team.
Yeah.
You got to never break apart. Like Nintendo, they've been there since day one.
Yeah.
And they're
shout out to Nintendo, man. They keep killing shit, bro. Nintendo keep killing shit.
They're my favorite, bro.
AGN.
Yeah, I know. You're a Nintendo.
I'm not a fanboy, but I love them the most because I just have a deep love for them. But guess what, though? I love Xbox too. I respect PlayStation too. I don't love PlayStation, but I respect.
Hey, you know what? Like in all the cultures, men are allowed to have many women. So why not? You know, man. Why can't you have multiple consoles?
Yeah, man. I that's definitely a problem with me for sure. So, yeah, bro. Like, I gotta have my high-end PC. You know what I mean? And if Sega was still going, I'll still be supporting Sega, man. I love Sega.
Same.
You know what I mean,
bro.
You grew up in the '90s. You gotta love Sega. You know what I mean? Like,
this is one thing that I notice about Xbox dudes. We all love fucking Sega. We go crazy with Yakuza. We go crazy with Sonic. We go crazy with Sega. And, that's why everybody's like, I hope Phil Spencer gets Sega. But no. Let Sega do their own thing. They're doing great. They're doing way better than PlayStation. They have way more games coming out than PlayStation, which is crazy. They're Sega. Sega has more games coming out this year than PlayStation. I'll talk about it here recently. Remember, guys? Shout out to Karen's Raisin Potato Salad. Shout out to him, bro. Yeah, shout out to him. He tagged me on something with a Facebook post or whatever. I couldn't see it, but shout out to him. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody in the chat. Powerbuzz, you have anything to say about this? And then we continue with the Archangel Nexus. And I know we're talking about a lot of shit, but yeah.
I mean, I think I've already said my bars on this piece. I mean, I think you hit it on the head, AGN.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Archangel? Got any bars to drop in these topics and shit?
Yeah, I want to talk about the Sega joint real quick. Yo,
okay, let's get it. Sega.
Sega needs to stop playing around. Bring out that Dreamcast Mini. They need to bring out that Sega service that has all.
Shout out to Chaos in the chat.
Service. Yo, Chaos, you need to tell Sega, bring out the service that's got all the Sega games, right? Bring out the Dreamcast Mini. Bring out the Dreamcast 2. Stop playing around. Like, we would totally buy that joint, like just out of nostalgic purposes, just to have that joint, just to have the controller, the evolution, like the evolved version of the Dreamcast. Come on now, do it.
Shout out to
Sega over here.
Shout out to Chaos. I just see him in the chat, man. We can't wait to have you here in the show, bro. Again, come through, bro. You haven't checked out the Chaos Lounge episode. I think it's episode 50 or something. Go ahead and check him out in the channel, bro. He's the dope dude. Oh, matter of fact, he was actually playing fucking games, something that ponies can do. And he was streaming Assassin's Creed. So go check him out on Twitch as well. I actually reposted his shit. Yeah, so, bro, every time that I see somebody from the community who's streaming games, because it's the thing about it. I could stand here and now right here, shout out to the 31 people that we got here right now. But when I'm streaming games and I'm strictly playing games, I get like 10, 15 people. So, bro, like y'all have to support more people playing games. You know what I'm saying? When people play games, support that shit, bro, because you know what I'm saying? That's really what we like to do. At the end of the day, let me tell you something here. I love you guys, but I'd rather be playing a game right now than been talking about games. And that's the reality that I go through every day. But I love talking about games too, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this in this community. And shout out to everybody, bro. Every freaking gamer out there, whether you a pony, an Nintendo, whatever, PC Master Race, whatever. At the end of the day, bro, it's gonna come to a time that none of that shit is gonna matter, and everything is gonna play everything, and that's just the way it is, bro. That's the future. That's what I think. But
that is the future when Nintendo's sitting over there in the corner and waiting until they can't anymore.
Yeah,
you know how they are.
April 4th is right around the corner.
Oh, I can't wait for the Switch 2 reveal. It's gonna be God tier. I'm telling you. Day one, man. I'm excited, bro. I think everybody just wants that upgrade, like, because it just needs to happen. But yeah, that's going to be great. But like you were saying, Demo, that is the future. And what I think also is the future, though, in that is that what's going to be is when you, like I said, when you turn on TV, you're going to have the Nintendo service icon, the Xbox service icon, and the PlayStation service icon. And which one do you want to play with the same controller?
Yeah.
And that'll be the first battle until, I guess, if they try to sync everything after that. But that's the future right there. So if you know that means the most important thing is first party. Nintendo already has it. Microsoft already monopolized. Sony's not going to be able to sell consoles in the future, so that's why they need to make sure they're okay. Because that's why I tell people you're not looking at the long game. Like, it's all about the end game, the long term. And right now, the game still is. Sony needs to sell hardware, so does Nintendo, obviously, and even Microsoft for their next console. But more than anything, Microsoft can get away with the things that others could not get away with. So
that's true.
Yeah, they can. If there's anybody else, you'd be gone.
Yeah.
But because they know what they're doing and they know how to survive, and then they have a really good leader, Satya Nadella. I just don't even see them even going away. Like, they could make another console even after the next one, but we're going to see what happens. I'm not saying that's guaranteed, but I do know that next one's coming out, because you had a lot of people thinking that they're not making any more hardware. I'm like, that's not happening.
They've already announced it.
Nah,
bro.
If anything,
but they think that they're going to cancel it and it just go third-party publishing, and then they're just going to back out. I'm like, nah, they're not going to.
I think Microsoft look at the broader market. You know, the billion people out there that actually play games actively, and they're trying to address them wherever it is. Because if Microsoft wants to globalize their hardware brand, they're gonna have to address certain markets the way they engage with gaming. So you got the handheld, you got the smart thumb devices, you got the bringing in the PC people integrating into the Xbox community, and vice versa. You know, like that. Those are all different markets that Microsoft tapping into. And Sony's not really they're not really tapping into as much.
Oh, they don't need to because they're worldwide. That's the thing. Microsoft has to do that. That's why it's good. Because look, this is something else I want to add in. By putting your games on PlayStation and Nintendo, you're putting your brand in a worldwide perspective on their
instant globalization.
See, that's another way to say, here's games from the Xbox brand, and now people can look at the Xbox brand as being more rich. And it is smart to do that when your competitor has something, because then you're going to take the minds of those people that you're on PlayStation, because they don't have any games that people are saying, man, these Xbox games are really good. Now
right.
the Xbox brand is being more worldwide. It's a worldwide promotion. And not only that, but a lot of people didn't see that coming. Microsoft is putting a sign-in requirement.
That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
they've already done that
That's what
twice.
I low key mean.
Yeah.
That's what I low key mean by like that Sony can't do it, because when now that Xbox is globalizing into these different areas of hardware, like they got the smart device. They're probably gonna integrate with VR at some point. They're gonna surprise us with a whole family of hardware in the future, and now they're gonna do the content to keep up with it. And they've got so much content that Sony's in a tough place now because they can't really produce the amount of content that this juggernaut has been able to produce like year on year. So it's like, if you're going to globalize in that way, now you bring in content to every single market that in an amount that your competition can't do that same amount as you.
Yeah, as a publisher. That's right. Yeah, that's what I've been telling people. So, but what did Sony start doing? You saw them open that one studio. And now they're teaming up with People Can Fly, the people that are helping Gears E-Day right now. Yeah. They realize it's the same thing what Nintendo did to them, because they started to realize this. When they thought they were beating Xbox One, the Switch came in and it took the world out of nowhere. They're like, what the fuck? And they saw all those software sales that they were doing, like Mario Kart about to be at 70 million, Animal Crossing about to be at 50 million.
On real numbers.
30. Yeah, like stuff that is only on one platform. To Sony, it's like, what the hell are these numbers? You know what I mean?
Yeah, where did this come from?
When you see that, that makes you think. Microsoft got smart with it. Like, we need to get our in-house going. Like, so I want those numbers, even if I got to put my games over here, and then like put my games on PlayStation and Nintendo. But at the end of the day, it's business, bro, and any businessman wants to make the most money. So that's Satya Nadelia's mind. And there are people in the Xbox community, and I can understand this, and I've said this before. They're mad because they want to play the Xbox exclusive game and the Xbox console selling more. But that's just not the future.
That's not it.
And there's going to be some people that are never going to let that go. Like, it's just the way they are in life. Like Crap Gamer is one of them. I don't know if you guys know about that. He doesn't want to let it go. I'm like,
10 years of butthurt.
Yeah, like, bro, you gotta let it go, man. Like, I've seen some of his tweets against Phil Spencer. I'm like,
it don't gotta be like that.
But you know what's funny? Because now with this Steam on Xbox news, I haven't seen the Steam community reacting in a negative way.
I haven't seen them reacting at all.
On the contrary, they're like, "Oh shit, I might get an Xbox now."
Yeah,
because a lot of people that were on 360.
People.
A lot of people that were on 360 went to PC. They don't like PlayStation. They will rather go on PC and do that, because it's still Microsoft at the end of the day. And Microsoft understands the PC community better than Sony does. That's why the PC community is synced with the Xbox community. Whereas like Sony, they're so anti-consumer that they don't realize how much people just don't like them.
Just like that one kid in class that is like the annoying one. Everybody like, bro, I wish I could beat the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I have a question though.
Go ahead.
When it comes to PC Game Pass and Xbox Ultimate, what's going to happen if they have their Steam library, they still don't get the console, and they don't switch to Ultimate, they stay on PC Game Pass only? Do they still get the day one games?
That is a good question.
No, that's a good question. What I think is going to happen with that is they're going to unify the
they're going to merge both things, and they're going to come to like a price. Yeah, that is probably going to be
one subscription service, no split between console and PC.
Well, if you think about it, the way that Microsoft works, what they want you to do is to play in everywhere. They just don't want you to play on Xbox. And then you notice this when you go into the Microsoft rewards, you get points when you play on PC. You get points when you play on mobile, and you get points when you play on console, and you get points when you use the browser on PC. You get points when you use the browser on mobile. And you get points
there's a whole checklist.
So the whole thing about them is like, we want you to use everything that we're offering, because this is like, their mind. It's like, we want you to use it doesn't matter where you go. As long as you fuck with us, we're going to fuck with you. We're going to give you something back. So that's the thing, man. And I believe that this is great, man, because it's just like, make it like, okay, you know what? I could just like, play at my own pace, whatever the hell I want to play, bro. And people like me with multi-platform, setups. Like I have my Xbox right here, right next to me, and I have my PC right there, and I also have an Oculus, MetaQuest, whatever. And I play on my phone as well on the cloud. Sometimes I play on my other Xbox. It's just like it keeps you connected, and that's the beauty of it. I can keep playing a game that I already started on PC, on the Xbox. I can continue on the cloud, whatever they catch me, because life is hard right now, and it's super fast, especially down here in the United States, and then they understand that people are playing on the go. Now with the handheld, we're gonna even get more people, right, connecting with Xbox, which is what leads me to the next topic, which is like, right, we're gonna have a Xbox handheld wish list, all the features that we want. We already seen Dreamcast guys saying that it won't play Xbox games,
which is
like,
false.
Yeah,
bro.
I'll get my bars on that in a minute.
No, I did my video on that. I'll add in if you guys want, but I'll let you go first, bro.
It's so good, but
yeah, you go first, Archangel.
Yeah, you go first, Archangel. Let's go. You're quiet.
Like what features and what I want to see on the Xbox handheld?
Yeah. We were talking about that. Like Xbox
Everything
handheld, your wish list, everything that you want that the Xbox handheld to offer you.
Well, for sure, the Xbox handheld's got to have that PC integration. You feel me? Like I got a whole thumb drive with like thousands and thousands of like ROMs and old school games that I just want to dump somewhere. Give me a home for that to rest forever, and I'm be happy. Give me that cloud save for both sides. I want cloud save for the PC side and my cloud saves for the Xbox side too. Because if something catastrophic happens to my emulator saves, whatever, I want them to have backup wherever, whatever happens. If I get an upgraded, handheld or whatever, the next generation, I want everything to come with me seamlessly. You feel me? Like stuff like that, in the background is important. Because if you're going to be playing games for like many, many years, you want all of your saves and all your settings and everything to come with you exactly as you left it. So if that's there, I'm Gucci. I'm in like 100%. Like regardless, like and if the price is right, if they come in with a competitive price with decent powered hardware, maybe above what's currently offered in the market, I'm all the way in. But if it's like, if it's wishy-washy with the two sides, with the PC half, with the console half, I don't know. They're gonna have to really get that integration like perfect.
All right. Sounds good. What about you, Power Boss? And then we go with IGN.
I looked at what's currently like the expensive one on the market right now, and that's the Asus ROG Ally X, and that's $800. Okay, but that is the cream of the crop, the top, handheld on the market. I think if the new OEM console handheld, not the Xbox official, because that's coming next year, but this one from Asus, if they are needing to be competitive in price, meaning less than $800, it needs to have at least comparable specs. I hear they're going with the Zen 2 architecture for the CPU, which is great. They need to have roughly the equivalent on the RAM side. They need to have the good screen. It'll determine whether or not if they have the 10-point touchscreen or not, because that's going to jack up the price. The big selling factor, however, is the fact that it's going to be a native Windows OS.
Correct.
And that I think is going to be wild, because right now you have the current Steam Decks that are out there on the market that are all Linux based. So you're dealing with Proton and the nuances of how to get the games to work on the Steam Deck, if at all. It has to be Steam Deck verified, and it has to go through a myriad of settings just to get it to even try to work. And most people don't want to do that unless they are gaming enthusiasts on PC. Let's be fair. So the other thing is the Steam Deck ROG Ally X has an 80-hour battery life. Now, I'm not saying that either the OEM from Asus or the Xbox handheld next year needs to be that, but the closer to that, the better. And then, of course, the greatest thing is going to be the GPU. What can it handle? I feel that that is going to be the biggest deciding factors of what is going to be on it. If it has the Xbox Play Anywhere titles, we know it's going to, because it's going to have Game Pass. It's going to be able to play cloud games. So even if you can't directly download and install your library, you're still going to have access to your Game Pass library and everything that you have purchased on the Xbox ecosystem, if it is Xbox Play Anywhere, if it is Xbox Cloud. So that's out the window already. Then you have the Steam library, and it's going to be a natural Steam machine, so it's gaming on the go. Now, the difference that I'm thinking, and this is my wish list speculation, between the difference of what's coming this year from Asus OEM to the Xbox handheld next year is, you know how the Switch and potentially the Switch 2 has a docking station where it can do up to 1080p and 4K or possibly or 2K or whatever on a dock station. What if the reason for the next Xbox console generation is a natural docking station for the Xbox handhelds? And while it's not comparable, it'll probably be like FSR 3. It's not going to be the latest and greatest, but it's going to be more than FSR 2 what it is now, and better than the Zen 2 CPU architecture that we have now. But what if when it's docked, it can hit that performance, and you can have an additional library that can seamlessly switch back and forth, that you don't have to spend the time to download onto the handheld or transfer off the handheld, because it's going to be Xbox Save Anywhere and Cloud Transfer Anywhere, that it's going to be naturally already on your handheld. So if it's the Xbox Play Anywhere, yeah, it'll have to sync the save files if you don't dock it. But then, you know, hey, when you do dock it, you don't have to worry about seamlessly switching and over your save files or waiting for the files to download and sync, because it's going to be right there reading off of the memory.
That's interesting. I want to add one real quick right here, because I think Viking, I can't pronounce the beginning of your name, bro. Viking hit it right in the nail. This is something that we've been asking for a long time. And Xbox should remove paid online requirement for games that pay for that are free to play.
Yeah, I saw him and Chaos talking about that in the chat, and I think when this new handheld and console and Xbox Play Anywhere drops, if Xbox doesn't do this, okay, it's going to be to their detriment.
Yes, I agree.
But I will say, between Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, whichever one of these companies does it first is going to see a huge boom in their subscription service, whether that's PS Plus, whether that's Nintendo Switch Online, or whether that's the Xbox Online service. The Game Pass, any one of those three will go through the roof, because then they are going to be a true Steam competitor in the console space. Whether that's if you own it on Game Pass, whether you own it on PS Plus, whether you own it on Switch Online, whether you own it on Xbox or PlayStation or Switch, buying it, the game outright. If they remove that online requirement because of that, that will be huge.
All right, man. Hey, Ray Tito in the house to say the show is fire, yo. Shout out to him, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Shout out to ADM for sharing time with us. But what's up, man? Drop your parts, Jada. What's up?
You know, the thing is, I Powerboss said it very well. Like, definitely, I agree with everything he said. The most important thing for this Xbox handheld is, once again, you have to not approach this from a PC perspective. Because are we talking about the Xbox handheld or that Asus theme one that's coming out this year?
Both.
We're talking about both, yeah.
Okay, so the one coming this year, I guess maybe they could get away with somewhat a higher price point. But I think when it comes to the Xbox handheld, because it's going to come out later, you'll be able to have around the same price as stuff is now, maybe a little bit cheaper and better technology, because those came out years ago. So the technology will be better for a nice price point, but I think that they should not sell anything more expensive than $500, because a lot of people are not looking to pay that much for a handheld device. Like the average consumer, they don't want that.
Absolutely.
And
I think the selling point is going to be the fact that it's a Windows OS and it's easier to use.
Yeah, that's something that I was going to talk about too. So when it comes to that, what's going on, bro? Yeah, he comes up in my comments all the time. I heard you say that.
It's a great
Slavice.
Slavice. It's a great friend of the channel. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's
Shout
a
out
cool
to him,
guy.
man.
He
Yeah,
he,
he's a
comes
cool
he
guy.
comes on my channel commenting all the time. So yeah, what's going on, Slavice? But yeah, when we're talking about this handheld here, you need to get it right because there's so many on the market that people already have, and with the Switch 2 coming out, it's going to dominate the whole entire handheld market as
Mhm.
always.
Oh,
So if
yeah.
Microsoft's going to do this, it needs to be appealing. And just to comment on what Dreamcast said and those other people, I don't understand why they're pushing such a dishonest narrative by thinking that if you're getting the same PC, Xbox app experience, why would it not play Xbox games? Why would it not have first party games? That
That's
is
right.
absolutely insane to me. Because what I see right now on my PC is what I'm going to be able to do on that handheld.
Yeah,
The same
pretty much.
thing. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Except obviously it's just not going to have certain features. But any game that you purchase first party, meaning even if it's not on Game Pass, will be there. So anything Play Anywhere will be there. And they just announced the other day that there's over 1,000 plus titles coming to Play.
1,200.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah,
now up to
1,200,
1,200 now. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's all going to be there on that handheld experience. Now, what I will tell people is I'll tell people before, of course, you're not going to be able to bring any games like Monster Hunter, Mortal Kombat, any of those games that you have on your Xbox system. In order to get that experience, you're going to have to wait for the official Xbox handheld. Because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what's going to be able to do that.
I feel like don't mean to interrupt you, but we gotta
No,
like
it's okay.
there's two handhelds, right? There is the official Xbox handheld that is gonna be the next gen thing that's coming out, and there
Next
is this one that is a collaboration with ROG Ally, which the ROG Ally was also a collaboration with Xbox. What the fuck are we talking about? They collaborate. It was a Game Pass collaboration. It was a Game Pass machine. That's the marketing on it, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't Steam, it was Game Pass all the freaking time, as far as I remember. So yeah, keep going. Just one of those
you're good.
that there's two.
But
Yeah.
But Microsoft is doing the right thing, and let me tell you why. Because they don't want to make a mistake with their official handheld. So learn with the Asus team up, learn with the second Asus team up, and then when you get to your handheld, you know what you don't need to do and what you need to do, so that they could have it going just right. Because I don't recommend dropping the official Xbox handheld the same year that the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out. That would be a disaster. No, what you should do is just see how that works, and then you need to know what you need to do. You need to know the price point, everything. They're making all the right moves. And they're doing all the right steps. Even Sony is cautious. People are kind of scared with this handheld stuff. Nintendo gave people courage. And what I mean by that is they came with the Portal. They didn't come with an official handheld. After the Vita, they're kind of scared because the Vita flopped. And the 3DS just drove it out. Like, get out of here. You know what I mean? Nintendo, they've never won against them in the handheld world. Like, Nintendo,
I mean, I love the PSP and the Vita. The only one I didn't get was the Go.
I think they should. I think they should go in the handheld because I feel like, okay, here's the thing, and this is how I see life. Life is like a roguelike. Okay, so you're gonna fail, but you're always gonna come back stronger. And I feel like PlayStation has the potential to bring a handheld to the table that it could be really, really, really great. And it make that way their exclusives and everything a little bit more accessible. I feel like they just care and they don't have the budget to fuck around like Xbox can. Xbox can fail.
Correct.
Like Redfall fell.
You know, it's funny, AGN, that you mentioned the PSP and the PS Portal, because if you think about it, what did the PSP do and the PS Vita? It brought its own games and the fact that you could play movies on UMD discs specifically.
That's what I mean.
But it didn't have access to your PlayStation library.
To the main games.
Now, what did the Portal do? It had access to your library, but it could store its own games. It was just a streaming device from what
it was an accessory. Actual handheld.
It's literally opposite.
Yeah, shit that you could have done with just a regular phone.
But that's them testing the waters because they're afraid to release the official handheld.
Yeah.
And because that's the thing, when you do that, you have to show people you're going to support that. And Sony can't do that right now with all those canceled games. They don't have no games. So how are you going to do that when you got to get your PS5 in order? And then you got to remove yourself from VR too because you put so many resources on that. You're not going to be able to produce what you need to do even for your own console. Microsoft has so many games, and their stuff is so unified to where it's all the same thing no matter what. It's not going to be like, here's an Xbox handheld, and here's dedicated handheld games to the Xbox. No. They're not doing that. What they're doing instead is that they're just giving you that unified experience. And by the time the handheld comes out, the official Xbox operating system should be synced with Steam, and now you can have it everywhere.
Yeah,
I can play my PlayStation 5 games on my Xbox device here. I can play it on my consoles, or I can play it on my PC. So either or, Microsoft is going to be able to have that unified experience, and that to me is the best route they could possibly take. There is no better route than that route.
there is no better route.
Yeah.
I
And
agree
make it
with you.
online free.
But to add to your wish list, I want quick resume. You know, on the official Xbox handheld. I want that shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
Crazy. That would be
but
crazy.
they can do it. They did it in
Yeah,
Xbox.
yeah.
They
can.
I wonder if the handheld is going to be able to support it, because basically it's a virtual machine on your computer.
Yeah. Okay, but what? It's a wish list. I can wish for whatever the fuck I want. Hey,
True.
Look, I want to say quick resume. I want to say no online, no paying for online. Get rid of that shit. That shit is old school. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
I would say when it comes to performance, I'm not looking at like high resolution, but I'm looking at least a comfortable 60 FPS and shit. So give me 1080p 60. I'll be happy with that in an OLED screen. But also when we take price into account, OLED might be a bit too expensive. So I want a capable display.
Oh, I was also going to say the size of the screen.
And I want for sure the controllers to be replaceable. Like you can put them out. That way you don't have to buy the whole handheld to
stick drift.
Exactly. And I want the ability to dock it. This shit needs to be able. I need to be able to dock this shit on my laptop, on my whatever any display. I need that because that's the whole freaking point. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole freaking point. Take it on a trip on my backpack, boom, 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 or on my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Take it on a trip. Boom, plug in. Take it to my homie house. You know, hey, shit, look what I got. We got a new Halo. Boom. Goddamn it. As easy as 1, 2, 3. And that's what I'm talking about. That would be great.
You know what? Yeah, man, that's the thing. You gotta be careful with that because that's a Nintendo patent. They don't want people imitating them. I get what you're saying though. That would be cool if you don't do that, then at least allow me to like USB hook it up, and when I plug in the USB, it goes on my screen. I don't have to have it docked. But there's a way to do it
like that, but like at least HDMI or something.
No, I get what you mean. Here's something else I want to add in too. I would like the option if you're going to be syncing the Xbox and PC community to be able to share my screen with my friends. Like
hell yeah. Like Discord.
That would be nice.
But they do it now on the Xbox. I don't know if you're familiar, but now in the Xbox you can stream your screen on Discord.
To your friends. And
you have that now.
Well, I would that too, but I mean like just off my Xbox. Like if I hit you up, I should be able to put share screen. It's a natural Windows future. Why can't you do that on Xbox? You can watch your friend play a game, and you could even join in and share the screen with them. Like I think stuff like that is important. Like
that's more like a privacy type thing, maybe. That's the issue. But I was the other person is okay with it, and then he has said your request. That I think that's great. That's amazing. I love that one.
Yo, Demo, I think as far as like you were talking about the whole, the controller breaking down thing, if they can't do the joint because of the Nintendo patent, they could take it one step further and do it like what the custom controller industry is doing.
I want to
make those magnetic parts that come out instead.
I want to say this, like, who in the fuck is Nintendo to pattern something so simple like, being able to pull your controllers away from your console? Like, they need to stop being a bitch because they literally winning the whole fucking console war. Like, you don't need to be a bitch.
They are like that.
Bro.
They could be very snobby.
Yeah, bro.
Nintendo back in the day, they was doing.
Nintendo, they Yakuza. Do you know this shit, bro? Do you know how it is? You know how they roll. But what I'm trying to tell you, bro,
you're smart, bro, because you're right. They do have that.
Yeah, and it's just like,
but if they don't do the the detachable controllers, they could do the detachable magnetic parts inside the controllers.
Exactly.
There we go. Pop out the sticks and stuff like that.
Exactly. There we go. So this is what I want is options. What I want is accessibility. What I want is like not being stuck with a bat stick or a bat button. I want to be able to get parts from my. It's literally like a mini PC that you can get parts from. I just don't want Xbox parts. I want Razer to be in here. I want MSI. I want Rogue Ally. I want all of them to play
Turtle Beach.
Even fucking Sony, Turtle Beach. What is it, Gamester? All of this, even Scuff. All of that. I want them for you to be able to, customize your shit. And
Hey,
that's
if
just
they
a
ever
wish
come
list.
out, if they ever come out with the Xbox Elite handheld, then you know what it's going to be about. They're going to have all types of customization options on that joint.
Well, like they can do like they did with the Xbox cord controller, that it brings just the cord and then you buy the separate parts. Like you can add paddles to your stick. Because let's keep it real, bro. Like people playing on the go, they might be just on that device, and you want to play some Call of Duty, and you are gonna miss your paddles. Because I play with paddles. I cannot go back to playing with no paddles like I used to. My fingers are too old. But
yeah, me neither.
Oh yeah,
yeah, bro. Like you know, bro. There's a way because I usually
I need more buttons.
Where the fuck is my controller? So I have here. I have the what is my bitch? Okay, so this is the controller that I use. This is a Razer Wolverine V3 Tournament Edition, and it has paddles in the back. And this is I love it. And then oh yeah. And then I play with this one as my regular controller for Assassin's Creed and, single player games and shit. Mortal Kombat, I play a lot of Mortal Kombat with this. So what I'm going to say is this. Like, when you get used to the paddles and you can map your buttons so that you use every button up here and you don't have, but that fucked me up like really bad because I used to play without paddle for a long time. I used to play claw. So when you play claw, it messes your fingers. It's really bad for you. So I would love for them to add like a little bit like the holes that they have in the core. I don't have the core, but when in the Xbox controller in the core, they have holes that you can plug in your little paddles and that helps you. And the core is not that expensive. Maybe you get the core for I think it's like $100 or something, and then you can get the paddles later on. You don't have to like spend the whole $200 or whatever at the same time. So I mean, it just like I just want to be able to customize this shit. I want to be able to play around with it. I want to be able to replace the parts if it breaks down, so I don't have to like get stuck with a bad product. Yeah, and just be able to fix it on the go. Sometimes you run into problems. One don't work, but the other one does. You know what I'm saying? So type thing. So that's my wish list, man. Quick resume with 160 FPS for short. And if we can get a 120 FPS with FSR or NVIDIA or whatever the hell they do, that would be amazing because I think that's a sweet spot for multiplayer games like, Call of Duty, Halo, etc. Even Gears that is coming up, E-Day or something. So that would be like a good selling point. We're going to give you a device that you can hook up extra stuff for you to play with. So I think that would be a good selling point. I can't wait for that, bro. That's going to be dope. And the Nintendo one is gonna be, it's gonna be a game changer too. I believe.
Yeah, it's gonna sell over 100 million, bro.
Yeah, no,
it's
for
sure. When it launches, it's breaking all records.
Yeah.
Sony's gonna be like, okay.
Bro, they drop. Look, all Nintendo has to do is drop a new Super Mario with this thing, and that's it. It's a wrap.
20 million first week.
Look, if Assassin's Creed did 1 million in a day, in less than a day, you can imagine what Super Mario and the new Switch can make for Nintendo in 5 hours. I promise you, bro.
It's gonna be dumb, bro.
It's gonna be dumb.
Because they already have so many people that want the Switch to upgrade. Because you have 150 million consoles, so it's like you got that. Plus, you got people that don't have it. They're looking there like, man, I think I'm gonna get this because this is gonna be the most powerful handheld too. It's gonna have DLSS upscaling. All that on it, and that's how you know, like, if they're gonna do that, then the Xbox handheld will have FSR.
Yeah,
and that's very nice.
Well, Xbox has a deal with Intel. I think Intel graphics. I had a homie. He's building a PC, but he hasn't gotten his card, and he's playing off of the Intel graphic.
The Intel Arc series, the Arc B series.
No, he's playing. No, he's only playing off of the Intel CPU only.
Oh, the onboard.
You're talking about the Intel HD graphics base card.
That's it. He's playing off of that, and he's playing fine. He's like, bro, this is crazy.
You want to know why? Because he's using XeSS2, their upscaling system.
Yeah, but he's playing shit. And he's like, I don't have a graphics card because obviously it's expensive. You want to get a 5080 or something. So I'm like, I told him that don't get the 5080. Just get your 4070. You'll be good, bro. You don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can get a 5070 Ti. Will be a great choice. So, I mean, he's just waiting to see if he can get a hands on something good. He doesn't want to like just get a 3060 or something like that. Just
don't do that.
No, yeah, that's all I told when he told me I got eager to play, so I tried Intel graphics and it's great. And he's like, I might not even get it. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. Like, get out of here. But that's another option. So now Xbox has a deal with Intel CPUs type thing. So they probably gonna have that integrated into their, official handheld or something, and that could happen greatly too. So that could be another option, because you know how it is in PC. We get the option of getting DLSS. You can put FSR, and you can also use the intergraphic upscaler. So I mean, what's that like? Let's do that shit, bro.
I got a question for you, AGN. I know this is backtracking the last topic, about AC Shadows. What do you think about them tying the battle pass to the Animus?
What do you mean?
Oh, that's because they wanted to kind of push all the DLC and stories in there to where it's like a big timeline to where you're playing all the histories and Assassin's Creeds, because they were supposed to link that to Assassin's Creed Infinity, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Okay,
I think so.
Question, because I did see that. Now that you mentioned it, Pablo, thank you for bringing it up. When I was playing, that you got this thing called Memories. I didn't want to click on it, but my idea of what I thought it was like you could go back and play as these characters, and go back to play these games within, same as Call of Duty. You have like a what is it? Like a universal launcher of
the headquarters.
So that's what they did.
I think that's what they're going for.
They're going for that, yes.
I think I like it because it keeps all the games unified. It gives you a timeline. So if you want to play the game chronologically, you can do so. And I think,
that's really cool.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. That's really cool. I didn't know about that. Thank you for bringing it up, bro. Let's get it.
It was just weird that I was watching Epic Treasure play it. She said that she played like the first hour or two as Yasuke because it starts off the game that way. Most of it's cutscenes, like 40 minutes plus. And then she said she was playing for the next 8 to 10 hours as Naue.
Naue, yeah.
And she hasn't gotten back to the point where she can freely switch between the characters.
No, not yet.
And she's starting to hate the game because of that.
Because she wants to play with Yasuke?
That's how crazy.
Well, she wants to have the freedom to switch because there are certain missions in the world that are required for one character or the other.
Right. But I mean that's fair. I mean, some people are impatient,
True.
But I don't know, bro. I don't see anything wrong with it.
But it was something while she was playing that she was mentioning about at this point in time when somebody had posted about the Animus. I think it was Legendary Drops that came out and said that the Animus is really tied to the Battle Pass. Or no, it was Astro Cyborg posted it, that the Animus is tied to the Battle Pass because there was supposed to be DLC at launch, which now it's looking like
it's supposed to be free, actually.
Yeah, but it's also supposed to not be coming now.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that. Yeah, because they said that they had that in some co-op mode coming.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's Naoi's game. So first and foremost, she's the leader.
Yeah, she's the one.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's our game, which makes sense because, like I said, when I think Assassin's Creed and I think Shadows and I think Japan, man, I think ninjutsu, not ninja. And I feel like it should have been a ninja, a full-fledged ninja game. And that would have been amazing because we already have so many samurai games, man. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the series Tenchu?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When I was
choosing.
Yeah, man. I want some more ninja games, bro. That would be
dope.
Yo,
Ninja Gaiden 4 dropping too
on Xbox 360 was just.
Oh, you already know, bro. I already beat Black. I already beat Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I got all over it on Game Pass.
Hell yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that. Sega's supposed to be bringing back Shinobi as well. Speaking of like other games.
In the summer. Is that too, bro? I remember that was one of my favorite games during the Sega Genesis. Shinobi, the original, and then Shinobi 3. I didn't get to play 2, but Shinobi 3, bro. What a beautiful! You haven't played Shinobi 3 on the Sega Genesis? Well, maybe try to emulate that shit. But that's bro, beautiful game. The last level in the airplane, chef kiss. Beautiful game.
Absolutely.
We got some. We got some good games coming. Another one is Phantom Blade Zero. Y'all seen that?
Oh yeah, that shit.
Crazy. On my PC.
It looked crazy. But can you believe AGN that somebody was comparing that to Avowed?
I don't see how that's comparable.
Exactly. It's one of the ponies.
No, that's more like here comes Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ghost of Yote, Phantom Blade Zero. You know what I mean? They kind of fit in the same category.
Now hearing, I think Phantom Blade is totally like I've never
seen
anything like
Beat Avowed.
Yo, not
played
for
I
too
love
many
my other
things.
songs. I had to
not
play
for them,
around,
but
bro.
in getting back to the her reaction, it just kind of reminds me of the PlayStation 2 days when Metal Gear Solid came out, and you went from Snake to playing as Raiden. The reaction that everybody had, like, yo, hold up, like you just switched it up on me. She seems to like be embodying that reaction. I'm getting vibes like that coming from her.
Yeah, I think the game is gonna be great, but boy, the way that Sony PlayStation fanboys are hyping it up, like it's an exclusive when this game is also on mobile. It's just crazy because I could just play this shit on my phone if I wanted. But check it out on screen. We got this game. I forgot the name, but it looks incredible. It's sort of like a Doom knockoff. How would you call it that? I don't think we could call it that, but it looks insane and it's fucking fun. What the hell is the name? The name is gonna come out, but it looks incredible. This is part of the show, the Future Game Show, and this is one of my favorite games that they show.
I was thinking this was Doom at first.
Yeah, me too. But this game looks freaking.
Give me all the boomer shooters.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Give me all the boomer shooters.
Give me all of them. I'll take them all.
All of them. All of them. I want them all. God damn it. This looks
more
crazy.
More boomer shooters, more beat 'em ups, more JRPGs. Just put them all out there.
Hell yeah, bro. I agree. Yo, we love this shit here. This one is Abyssus. No, that wasn't the one that I was talking about. I was talking about another one. This one looks good too, by the way. But bro, this shit straight up, I'm gonna say it right here. This show was better than the State of Play. I watched it last night.
Yeah.
Before going to bed.
Yeah, everything's better than that.
Yo, Sony Bunny,
I don't
this one's
think
better than the State of Play.
Worse than
And
the
it
State
flew
of Play.
on the Raider. So go check it out. They show a little bit more of South of Midnight. They show Firebreak. Which is coming to PS Plus day one. Shout out to PlayStation.
Demo. They showed baby steps.
Hey.
They showed
GDC.
baby
Yo,
steps.
baby steps.
They showed baby steps.
Baby
Bro,
steps gonna kill it. Game of the year.
They-
I almost
games, bro.
died laughing.
They cancel too many games, man. They're shitting bricks right now. They got to find a way to like get something going. That's why the remaster stuff is coming, so that could be a placeholder and then grabbing a bunch of other people's games. This is what I worry about Sony. Even with all the canceled games, that they get more ugly because they're going to lock more games to try to make their consoles look better. Because that just makes them want to do that because they don't have anything to show. What are they doing? They're massively trying to make deals to lock as many games as they could. But I know the way that the industry is working now, it's like you got a time limit, man. Because I ain't trying to stay here. I'm trying to sell everywhere. That's what everybody thinks now. That's why you see like, okay, I got to be on PC.
AG, I got a question for you. Do you think
ahead,
they
bro.
will remaster Killzone and Warhawk?
No.
I don't think they will, but they should.
My thing is, I think what they would try to do now is you want to go for the remake.
At this
I
point,
think
like
so
Warhawk
too.
2.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. At this point, I think so.
Yeah, you got to be careful because you don't want to be seen as just releasing mediocre products too much. And one thing about Sony is they like to drop at least 2 big games per year. And I know they're upset that they're not going to be able to do that this year, and they couldn't do that last year. They just made dumb choices. So what they're doing, like I said, Kojima grabbed back the rights from Death Stranding, so he owns it now. That's why it went to Xbox. And it's on PC, and it's going to go to the Switch. With Death Stranding 2, it's going to be the same thing. Like, they have that summer game, but that gives you the idea that, oh, Ghost of Yotei ain't gonna be till later on this year then, because Sony doesn't drop games that close. They're exclusive. So Ghost of Yotei's not coming till later, and they're not gonna say anything because everybody's waiting to see what the hell is gonna happen with the GTA 6 release date, so you can like decide when you want to release something later on.
Yeah,
Because you don't want to release next to that.
GTA is a big bully in the house, bro. It's Devo in this bitch. Yeah. Nobody want to. Everybody's
you don't want to put anything next to it because this is gonna suck up everything.
I think that's a problem, and I love GTA, bro. But goddamn, bro, you really have to fuck everything up for everybody else. But because I mean, damn, bro, like everybody's scared. Everybody's scared.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Come out with nothing.
Damn, man.
Because I'm gonna play GTA. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna do.
Oh hell yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be selling dope in the corners and shit. Selling dope.
Yeah, being bad, going to strip clubs and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, I was never a GTA fan, but that's just me.
I'm not huge on it either, but I beat all the stories and I play it. But I don't. My life doesn't revolve around that. The GTA.
No, of course not.
Definitely now more than ever, because you have so much more content now more than ever. Like so many streaming services, like there's so much content that even if it
Yeah.
didn't drop, but you need that for the healthy growth of the gaming industry though and consoles. Because Rockstar, one thing I like about them, they're staying true to the legacy. They knew where they grew up at, so that's why they're not doing PC first. They're doing consoles first. They're going to push the console industry. I know they're going to make a deal with Nintendo too, get it on there as well, and then have the PC version come out like next year. And I think that's the right way to go about it.
But that sucks, though. I know you feel like that's the right way about it for them, but it would be dope if they drop this game on PC and everything at the day one.
Oh, I understand.
Imagine, bro, how crazy. But just to sell some like shitty ass PlayStation 5s that can even do 60 FPS and ray tracing, like, are you really gonna do that, bro? Sacrifice a whole franchise just to sell PS5s? Like, that's stupid, bro. I would be.
It doesn't matter. It's going to sell so much anyway, so they know that. And like I said, it's a strategy to kind of like push the console industry, and then after that go to PC. And I know I saw how pissed off there's some PC gamers are. And like you own a high-end gaming PC demo, and so do I. Would I not want to play it there? Of course, because that's the best experience. Why would I not want to play GTA at 60? Yeah. And I'm annoyed too because it kind of makes me feel like, man, I kind of feel like I want to get a pro just to play that the best experience for my audience and all that type of stuff. But
yeah, and for you and not the ability, bro, Rockstar and Ubisoft and everybody should follow the model of Xbox. Logging into a fucking account, bro, and let me play that shit everywhere, bro. Let me play it on my Xbox.
They want you to double dip.
Exactly, and that's what I'm talking about. This is a pro consumer channel. This is not Reforged Gaming, bro. We're not here trying to make it seem like, you know, like, oh yeah, let's defend Rockstar. No, Rockstar, you're a bitch. If you listen to this shit, you're a bitch. Allow me to log into your freaking launcher and allow me to launch this game whatever the hell I want, bro. And allow me to buy this game once. You know, I know they want that money, but that's one of the reasons why I won't be playing as much. You know,
isn't the budget?
No, it's a problem right there with you. If I have it on console, motherfucker, and you ain't allowing me to get it on PC first, and you're telling me I'm gonna be able to do all this on PC, man, I should at least get a discount on my Rockstar account or something, bro. Like a $10 upgrade or something like that. But are they gonna do that? Nah, man, they're gonna be annoying, bro. Like, and I agree with you, bro. That's the only thing, like,
they're greedy, bro.
And you know they're bringing in shark cars back.
Of course.
Oh yeah, they're not giving up that industry. That's $1 billion industry.
Of course
by
not,
itself.
man.
Yeah.
But bro, all in all, I can tell I'm super
though,
excited, bro, for GTA. Straight up. What are you gonna say?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what though. If you purchased it on the Xbox, you know, through the Xbox ecosystem, does that not guarantee you the PC copy when it does finally drop?
No, I don't think so. No. Like you're gonna have to buy it twice. Like I own the game on Xbox and I don't own it on PC, even though, you know, I don't know. And I own Red Dead on Xbox and on PC, and I had to buy it on. I mean, I actually claimed it.
You know what?
Epic or some shit.
I do wonder that if that Play Anywhere that's going to be happening in the future, if they do try to unify the PC and the Xbox.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
How is that going to work for? Is that going to be in effect after that day or for what you have right now? And that's going to be something interesting to think about.
Interesting, and this is why they have they Play Everywhere titles.
Xbox the better place to buy it.
I think they're going to come up with some sort of a new label, as it were, that games from this date moving forward, you no longer have to buy it console, PC. It'll be one purchase for both. But anything prior to that date is still going to be, if you want it on console, then you play it and buy it on console. If you want it on PC, it's a separate buy. I think they're going to come up with a new label.
I just feel.
No, I know what you mean, or maybe a purchasing choice. I don't know. But we'll see though. That's something that we're gonna find out.
I feel that's something that everybody out here in every podcast should be asking and should be saying, because you don't know who's watching. You know, and like, this is Mo channel, but Phil, if you out here by chance, bro, make it happen because it's something that gamers really, really want.
Because when we're talking about Grand Theft Auto, right? When we're talking about GTA, it's not out on PC yet. If you make Xbox the safer purchase by saying, yo, we guarantee you the PC copy in the future, that'll turn Xbox into, like, you know, even if it launches on just console on Xbox, it's the stronger purchase because then you get your PC version when it launches.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
how
no,
many
yeah,
Xbox copies would sell at that point? Oh my god.
that's what I'm saying. The pro-consumer gate flood that they could do.
Now I can also see if
Um,
they do that though, then you would have to get the upgraded version from the base for that on the Xbox. So that way that they're getting the higher value out of the Xbox sale initially.
Yeah, that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Oh
And
my
I can
God.
see the deluxe edition being more than just like a $10 or $20 upgrade at that point too. Then it would be worth like $150 for an upgrade to get the digital deluxe for GTA 6.
yeah, with that game, I can understand them getting away with that. That makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, that's shit that you want to know about ahead of time, man. Otherwise, I don't know, man. It's kind of annoying because like that's basically what they're telling you. Like,
I
buy
mean,
it on
going on that
console
logic,
so you can buy it again on PC.
Shout out
going
to
by that,
Chaos though. He said that's not up to Xbox though. It's up to third party, and Xbox would lose a lot of money. Don't see it happening.
and that's true too. But I can
That's
see
true
if it's just getting the digital upgrade, premium editions, collector's editions, things like that, then it's included. But then they would also have to either go back and retro credit all those that double dipped, which we know they ain't doing.
Mhm.
Let's face it, they're not going to give up that money. But moving forward, they can say, okay, premium digital deluxe and collector's editions moving forward are going to have that option.
That's it, man.
And that would be a deciding factor.
Yeah. All we can say, whether it makes business sense or not, as a consumer, this is exactly what we want. We want to be, bro.
That's just wish listing, though.
It's our wish list. So far, bro, if they nail, let's say 70% of the things that we're asking for, I think this is gonna be a successful handheld, and a lot of people are gonna be getting it for sure, especially Xbox dudes, and even people who hate Xbox are gonna get it too because they love to save their money. Drinker's guy he loves to hate on Xbox, but he got Game Pass. Who else? MBG, he's like, oh, I'm about to get Game Pass. And
Mooch, crap gamer.
All of these motherfuckers have Game Pass, but they're out here telling you don't get Game Pass. It's like me,
Reforge.
Hey, yo,
Memberships.
do not eat pizza. It's bad for you, boy.
It's because that's the mission. They don't want you playing games. They want you watching them. That's what it's really about.
Exactly.
To stop you from playing.
Yeah, we want you to play games, bro. We want you to listen to the show and play games. Because this is what I do. Last night, I was playing Assassin's Creed, and I was listening to Simone and Duro. They were doing their thing, and I was just listening to them, because or watching or something. But I have a multi-screen setup, so it's different. But, some people got their phones and shit. So it's always good to have something like gaming-related going on in the background. Usually when I'm playing something like Call of Duty, I have on my secondary screen a tournament or something, so I can get inspired. That's one of the things that I like to do, but not everybody's the same. At the end of the day, bro, whatever you do, man, whatever the hell you play, you're welcome here. We love you. It's all love. It's all about video games, bro, because I feel like the negativity surrounding video games is crazy. Some people just like talk down on games all the time, and this is like, bro, like, really, like, do you love this shit or do you hate it? Some channels are literally just like based on hating on video games completely. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just like every video game, even if it's good or bad, doesn't matter if it's good or bad, they're gonna hate on the video. It's like, bro, like, come on, bro, you can't just be like that, man.
Love the game, hate the game, but give criticism properly.
Exactly. Yeah, be fair. But yeah, no, thank you guys. Thank you, bro. Thank you, AGN. Thank you, Power Boss.
I told you I would.
Archangel Nexus and everybody in chat, bro. It's getting close to the end of the show. But before we go, I wanted to show you some of the games that you can play for free on Xbox this weekend, and they're pretty good. Let me go ahead and find them real quick. You can go ahead and drop your final box when I get the screen and talk about whatever the hell you guys want to do. Because when I start looking for this shit, I sort of stop functioning properly.
When you do that, I'm going to say on the Epic Store right now, the free game right now is Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Wow, let's go. Let's get it.
I mean, I know it's on Game Pass.
Oh, you're talking about Amazon Prime giveaway every week?
No, Epic Game Store free giveaways.
Oh yeah, because I get that through all the Amazon, Dad GOG and all the other games. Like
Yeah, Amazon is also a good way to
it's
play
pretty nice.
free
And
games,
Luna
yes.
and all that.
Hell yeah. I
But
claim
Jurassic
everything
World
that's free, bro.
Evolution 2.
Same. Yeah, they've been giving away the Bioshock games along with some other stuff. I'm like, okay, they even gave me Doom Eternal on PC, so I went ahead and bought the DLC. I'm like, okay, let me do that before the Dark Ages comes out.
Hell yeah.
So I'll be doing some more live streams in the future.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, the Xbox free-to-play game, games are Shinigami Tensei 5, bro. Let's get it. That's a nice freaking game to play.
That's a good game,
bro. Hell yeah, go ahead and check it out. If you like fishing, I'm here in South Florida, so I can tell
Is that the
I
Vengeance?
like this shit. What?
Yeah, that is Vengeance. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Vengeance one. We got Bass Masters. It's a fishing game. If you want
I've
to
got
have
the
a
original on my Switch, and I double dipped on PC Xbox Game Pass with that one for the Vengeance Collector's Edition mode. The game is fucking awesome. I love Shin Megami.
We also got Warhammer 40 Inquisitor and Thief Simulator if you want to, steal some shit or whatever. Whatever the hell you guys do on your free time, I don't care. I'm not going to snitch. You already know. Boy, anyways, man, thank you all for coming. It's been an amazing show, bro. AGN, bro. We can't wait to have you back in here. You haven't even left, but, I feel like the chemistry and the conversations, it was amazing to have you. And also the panel, man. Shout out to the Archangel and Power Bros. Drop your final bars.
Always a pleasure.
Let's start with AGN, which is the guest, so he gets the premium treatment. So what's going on, player? Where people can find you? Drop your links. Send me. Look here. You can send me private messages. Send me your links so I can drop it here in the chat so people can go out and follow you.
I'm already way ahead of you.
You already? Okay, Powerball's already away. Yeah.
You guys already got it?
I got it.
Yeah, he got it.
There you go. Follow AGN, man. Follow AGN.
Okay. Did you drop it?
Yep.
Good. Awesome,
Wait, what did you drop? My Twitter?
No, your YouTube.
Drop his Twitter too, if you could too, so they can follow him. Yeah, also follow me on Twitter and follow Powerball.
Where are you guys dropping that at?
I put it into the YouTube chat. Did it not show up?
Oh,
no, it didn't show up.
Oh, let me put it in the private chat.
Send it to me in the private chat here.
Yep, there goes.
Discord. I don't know why. Hey, it is.
Yeah,
I don't know why it doesn't allow people to drop.
And YouTube's annoying with that. Like,
I'm not a mod on your channel, so
I don't even know how to make you a mod, Powerball. So you're gonna have to teach me later. But anyways, bro, go ahead and follow my boy AGN, bro. He makes dope soul content. Cooking ponies. That's what he's spending his free time doing. Shout out to him. Do you have anything else to say before we go? Drop your final bars.
And here's his Twitter.
All right. Okay, Archangel, what's up with you, bro?
Yo, y'all can find me on the Archangel Nexus Twitch where I stream random gameplay. You can find me on the Archangel Nexus YouTube where I'll be dropping some content. I'm going to be putting up the PlayStation games on Xbox Video pretty soon. Y'all can find me right here on the Demo Flow Gaming channel every Friday, 11 a.m.
Let's go. What's up with you, Powerballs? Let them know.
You know me, I'm everywhere. If it's a gaming stream, if you have me, I'm around. I'm here on Demo Flow. I'm in Alex's stream. I showed up to AGN playing Monster Hunter. I'm in Brove Nation. I rock with him. I'm with all the Salt Miners. Shout out to them later tonight. They made a new channel, the Salt Shakers Crew.
Wow. Okay.
And they're going. There's going to be a whole bunch of a group of them getting together to do community nights on Fridays. Is what it is.
Oh, that's awesome, bro.
So they're all collaborating together. A bunch of them. A crowd named Heller. A whole bunch of them. I rock with C Money and Doodle, Dirk Griggity.
Cassie K. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. We heard too.
Every one of them. Yep. If Agar the Rage, Klutzy King,
everybody. Shout out to everybody, all the content creators, man. Thank you all for coming, bro.
If you ever want to get in touch with any one of them, I'm your man to talk to. I'm
Padrino, Power Boss. Thank you all for coming, bro. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'll see you on the next one.
All right, y'all.
Let me see what the fuck is my outro, bro. I swear to fucking God.
Every time. Every time.
Every
Every freaking
episode
time.
ending can never find an outro.
All right, you guys, we're out of here. Let's get it. God damn it.
Yo, Chico boy. Yo, Chico. This it. Dale. Hey, go crazy, man. Shout out to the whole Xbox community. Shout out to the whole gaming community. Sony, PlayStation, Nintendo, Luna, whatever the hell you play, bro. We got you. Demo Flow Gaming. Dice, Black Ops Season Game Pass, yo. ABK be killing it. We so happy playing. Bet Fanboys be hitting it. Ponies be so cynical. They rather pay the 70. They pay for PS Plus. That makes no sense to me. Xbox got no games, that's why they keep on telling me. Conquer DOA, I'll be green like a celery. You playing console sales, me and you are not the same. Shout out to the gamers that just care about the games. I got the Vault Edition, I can wait for Master Chief. Slide canceling on nuke, only movement is a shit. The quick scoping is back, the sniper clips be dope. You bought that PS Pro, cause somehow you gotta cope. For begging is your style, so keep bombing the reviews. All these Sony podcasts, they be scrambling for news. Xbox dead again, yeah, they do it for the click. Xbox be their fetish like a picture of some feet. Xbox is so bad, you need a PS5. AK on the box, but it was all a lie. 60 FPS, but it's a blurry mess. The pizza is the pizza, but Sony is the best. Xbox is so bad, you need a PS5. AK on the box, but it was all a lie. 60 FPS, but it's a blurry mess. The pizza is the pizza, but Sony is the best. I'm putting belt to ass, spanking ponies like the strippers. The saying FSR can't copy with the pizza. The 47-inch trash, I should throw away my rig to buy a PS Pro, but I'd rather cut my dick. It ain't no way in hell that I'm gonna switch to Sony. $70 for the game, and I have to deal with ponies. PS Pros is ass, they don't even do they want. I gotta keep it real, ain't no need to be a fan. All the games copy, zero multiplayer. Sony PlayStation is designed for the player. $700 for an extra couple pixels, but can't do no 4K. For that you need the pisser. Xbox is so bad, you need a PS5. AK on the box, but it was all a lie. 60 FPS, but it's a blurry mess. The pizza is the pizza, but Sony is the best.